Last season we failed hard, and I mean hard. With only 8 wins to our name last season and 8 draws, we got relegated into 19th place, back to the championship where we came the season before. Could have been a lot worse if I hadn't been through a tactic change. We would have finished rock bottom. Now the board have not backed us. Once again, they have not backed us, only given us £6 million to spend to try and get us back into the Premier League. In all honesty, the expectations are promotion again with the board or the fans, but for me, I'm expecting to win the championship, get promoted to the Premier League, do these tactic changes that have worked well so far, as well as doing a new style of transfer business, and all the way to get us to the Premier League champions as well as UEFA Champions League champions whenever that comes. But in season 5, can we get away with our disappointment and actually do decently? But with season 5 coming up now, can we actually do better than last season? I actually had a credible season where we can actually be proud. Let's get into it. Hello everybody, I'm Matthew Wilson and Hex. Welcome back to another episode of the Derby County Rebuild in FM 26 beta. This might well be released when the beta's ended and the full game's released. I don't know, I'm recording this before the beta ends, so I don't know if all the bug fixers have actually fixed the game or whether it's still a hell of a buggy mess. So feel free to tell me in the comment section below. But yes, after last year's disappointment of relegation, and I do hold my hands up, I didn't invest in the squad well enough to become competitive in the Premier League. I thought we would keep the people that were here already, like Matt Clark, who just wasn't good enough for the Premier League, and bring in people who were younger, inexperienced, who could grow. Most of them flopped. Now most of them actually want to leave. So if we go to the squad page, sure it's only one player now, but a lot earlier it was about 20 players wanting to leave. So let's go to the transfers and see who left and who stayed. But yeah, we were only given 6 million, but we ended up getting 23.5 million to spend that we have spent, while 43.5 million came in on transfers. So quick look at the sales. Now the problem is, there's a glitch in this game, this beat save. I haven't had it in previous saves. I don't know if this is because this was the first save I loaded up in the day 1 of the beta, when all my other saves I did a few days after or a day after or whatever, and so the patch is all weird. But apparently come 27-28, all the transfers for the 27, 28, 28, 29 all disappear, and I'll assume 29, 30 will disappear at the end of this season as well. So I'm afraid I can't show you any of the players that left. I kind of forgot them anyway, so it hasn't have been that important. But yeah, let's look at the sales. So first off, Marcel left us. He was here for 1 season. He didn't do too badly as our main standing back alongside Sandro Longas, but he wanted to leave, and I thought, I'm not having him in the championship, even if I wanted him to stay. Even if he wanted to stay, I mean, I would have still have tried to have sold him. So he's gone to Nantes for 4.6 million. £4.6 million profit because we signed him on a free. And then Harry Amas left. He had a minimum fee release clause of 31 million. And Crystal Palace made that fee, and he's left. Now this is unfortunately a loss. We signed him for 33 million, and then we've sold him for 31, so a bit of a loss. So I'm disappointed in that. I should have had a high minimum fee release clause, but I think the only way I could have signed him was with that lower fee, so I'm disappointed with that. Hey, it's happened. And we've got a new left back in who's going to be along with Norwich Davis for this season. Next season, whether we win Premier League or Championship or even League One, Norwich Davis will be leaving. at the end of his contract this season, and that other player will be then back up if we get promoted to a more experienced head, I would assume. But yeah, he left. Disappointing in that regard. We also learned that Jack Thompson could have easily been our third choice goalkeeper, but we'd already signed 2 goalkeepers on free transfers with the contracts running out, so I thought I'll let you loan out again and see if you can get any better than you already are, and next season you'll be the backup, because one of these new goalkeepers only has a year contract because he's old, and I wanted him as the third choice or second choice or whatever. He's ended up being second choice, not third choice, though. But yeah, he left. We also loaned some more loanees, and then we sold Alan Quintero. £2.1 million profit because he came in on a free transfer. Yeah, he wasn't as good as I thought he would be in last season, and so Belgrano have bought him. And then a youngster left from free transfer to whoever that is. I can't even see because it's glitched out again. Anyone else that had been loaned out? Marcinho, who came in on a free transfer the season before or this season on a free transfer while we're in the Premier League. He's actually quite good. He's 2.5 star, and I thought I could easily play him this season or let him go out on loan and hopefully get better. I let him go out on loan, so he's gone to Sport Recife or Rectify in the Brazilian leagues. We also ended up loaning Stefan Allen. He played a few times last season for us. Now, I didn't want to loan him out. I wanted him to be in the first team this season, but apparently I made him unhappy because I'd loaned him out to Leeds. I rejected the loan to Leeds when he wanted to go there to continue his development. However, that development would have ended up him leaving for an £850,000 mandatory fee, which I just wasn't wanting to do. So he's unhappy, so I loaned him out to get him happy for next season, because his contract runs out next season and I want him to stay. So yeah, I highly doubt he'll be playing at Wolves, but I'll be recalling him in January, I would hope. Anyone else who was big who's left? Hans Dacqua, we tried to sell him, couldn't get him sold, but he's been loaned out to Wigan. Nicholas Azambaja, he was unhappy, so we've loaned him out to Hanover. Jesper Carlson, we tried to sell him. No one wanted him, so we loaned him out to Paris FC in the end. Talal Hadj, who was last season's youngster signing. I didn't have a place for him in the team, so I thought I'd get him out on loan again. Hopefully he gets even better than he already is. So he's going to Grenoble in, I think, Ligue 2. Yeah, and a few more younger players who are 22, 21 years old we tried to sell, been loaned out, as well as some even younger players that we need loaned out for that experience so they can get better. But signings, I don't know what went on with that, so I clicked it even though I wasn't even clicking left click. Brad Collins comes in as our third choice goalkeeper, even though he's ended up being our second choice goalkeeper because our goalkeeper got injured, because it's not Zetterstrom, it's someone else. That Turkish guy we signed last season as our backup, he's our main choice striker. Because I realised now, because it hasn't shown it because it was last season, Zetterstrom was sold to Inter Milan and he's now their backup. He was sold for like 20 or 30 odd million. So yeah, that's how we managed to spend 22.5. Yeah, we needed 3 goalkeepers. We already had the one in that Turkish bloke who ended up being our backup last season, and though 3.5 star, so he's our main choice. Brad Collins is our third choice, but ends up being playing as our second choice. He's here for 1 year only, just as emergency depth. And then we also signed Arsene Zakarian, just as an option on the wings. And yeah, he's not done too badly so far, 7.28 in 4 games. Muftic is our second choice goalkeeper. Now, when Brad Collins leaves next season, Muftic will be the third choice, and then whether Jack Thompson's any good, he'll be second choice or first choice. And Turkish bloke whose names escape me will be main choice or second choice. It'll be either Thompson or him, and Muftic will be third choice. You know, he's played twice and it's been absolutely terrible. We also saw Unai Gomez, that was guaranteed from last season because he played 25 games or something last season for us. So he's joined. Jed Black also joins us. He's just doing stuff. It doesn't say how much we signed him for, but he's 2-star, 3.5-star current ability. Comes in for £1.9 million from Charlton. He's been loaned out to Leyton Orient. Hopefully he gets good. This was all direct football. I thought it was worth doing it because it goes with my philosophy of younger players coming in who could grow together, and if they don't grow together, they'll be loaned out and grow that way. And we also signed Thomas Bennett, Daniels, another good player. This was actually my signing. He comes in for £1.1 million for £1 from Luton. He's played 6 times for them last season in the Championship, so I thought I'll sign him for cheap. And he's now been loaned out to Wimbledon in League One. He also signed George Jarvis, another younger player who's been loaned back out to Barnsley. Came through on an intermediary thing, and it's how well he did last season in the Championship. I thought I'd loan him back out to Barnsley. I don't know, it's a bit of a gamble at that price, especially considering he's not even worth that at the highest. Well, he's worth that at the highest amount, and he's 20. It's a risk, and hopefully he gets good, but he might not. He might very well might not. We also signed Camilo Segovia, 18 evolved centre back who's 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. He's going to be brilliant. He's going to be backup for this season, maybe main choice next season, depending on what happens. Jose Valencia, another signing that came in, comes in on free transfer from Academia Alemona in Colombia, and he's 2-star, 4.5-star current ability. 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. So he's a good player. And as you can see, it's all these signings. Marcinho, this is that guy I was talking about. Direct football signing, 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. Why he was released from Barra, I do not know. Probably because they're not good enough for him. But yeah, he's been loaned out for this season. Next season, he might well be main choice because he grows quite well. We also signed Jacob Facida, who is our new main choice left back. Bit of a risk, but I wanted to go for someone who was younger. He's 2.5-star, could be 4.5-star ability wise in the future. Comes in as our main left back, but he's going to be rolling with Norrington Davis for this season. Then, depending on how he does this season, and if we're promoted, he might well be back up for next season, or Norrington Davis will be released. Then we also signed Paul Comer from Newcastle on loan. Director of football, I didn't really want him, but hey. We also signed Matteo Ticella. I noticed how good he was on his current ability and all that and his stats. I thought I'll sign him for 4.4 million, that's a good deal. So he's joining us from Lecce. Rutger Nijing comes in from FC Utrecht just as an option. Musa Kaba, the option, comes in on loan this time from Dortmund. So there's signings, there's the sales. How we have started so far is a bit wonky, in all honesty. I think I haven't got a good tactic. The first game we played was Sheffield United. We lost 3-1. And then ended up beating them in the FA Cup. I thought, okay, this is tactics scored. And then beat Wrexham, beat Reading, lost Luton, beat Crewe. And yeah, all of a sudden the tactic went wrong. We drew with Burnley, lost to Newcastle, lost to Southampton, drew with Bristol, drew with Birmingham, and these are the games I'm expecting to win. So currently, we've actually changed tactics completely because, well, we've kept that tactic. I forgot what tactic it was now, but I don't think it's in use currently. But I've got these 3 tactics. So I've got the 4-2-3-1. That ends up with the AMC going to striker in out of possession. 4-3-3, which in possessions like that, out of possession, and then the wingers just go to midfield. And a 4-1-4-1, just so we can get all the attacking options. And this is if we have a game we can easily win. So it's basically a 5-5. 5 defenders, 5 attackers. Out of possession, the wingers go into midfield. The AMC stays in. One AMC stays in the AMC while one of them ends up in DM. So I don't know if it'll be any good. Might well not be, but I'll test that against some of the easiest squads and see how it does, basically. So yeah, but so far it's not done so badly. That because of that little problem at the start, we're 17th, 9 points in 8 games. That's not good enough one bit for Derby. We should be by Blackburn and Hull, top of the table. 8 wins out of 8 or 7 wins out of 8 or whatever, but we just aren't, and that's a disappointment. Hopefully we can rectify it. Well, actually, all the way into February, transfer window for January has ended. We'll quick look at the sales and all that. So in terms of sales, there weren't actually anyone. There were a few loanees, I admit. Ryan Brewster left on loan to Levante. He could go there permanently. Kind of hope he does, because I don't think he's good enough for the Premier League. If all he wants to be a more useful role, and I don't think he can be that useful role in the Premier League if we get promoted. So I'm trying to get him sold. Marcinho ended up going to Blackpool. He was that youngster I told you about. He's even better now. We also ended up loaning out Jake Conde. We wanted to sell him all this season. No one's bited the bullet, so we've ended up getting about £1 million on the loan fees from Auckland, which ain't that bad. And then next season he will be released. Neil McAndrew, who has been in our main team for ages. It's a hard ever player. He's only 2-star, but he's been the backup of a backup. And yeah, he wanted a new contract, thinking he could be a better player. He deserved it. I was like, no, you kind of don't. So we've loaned him out, and he'll be leaving next season, I would hope. But signings into the new season, we only signed 2 in the end. Giuliano Shakin comes in for Feyenoord. Now he was shown to me as a 3.5-star winger, and that's why we signed him. We paid 6.25 million for him. The scouts are hopeless because he ends up only being 2.5-star, 4-star potential. Yeah, that's a bit of a flop, at least from the scouts' point of view. Scott Tate comes in, who is a youngster. He's got 2-star currently, basically 5-star potential. Comes in from Everton for 2.3 million, with mainly loaned about Exeter. Yeah, hopefully he can get good. 20 years old, he might not get there, but he's a good player. He's a good player, and hopefully he can get there eventually. But it's that young player that we're getting in that's load of potential. Might have to be loaned out a few times to League 1, League 2 clubs, even Championship clubs in a couple of years, but in the future he'll be Premier League worthy, hopefully, if he gets to his potential in time. But yeah, how are we doing with the results? So after the mess from the Birmingham game, we ended up being Sheffield Wednesday, drew with Coventry, not good result there, but then we beat West Brom, Watford and Charlton. Lost to Fulham, who I admit are a better side than us, so I'm expecting that away from home. However, we then lost to Stoke, which is a disappointment. Beat Oxford, beat Middlesbrough, beat Hull, beat Millwall, lost to Blackburn, who were currently top of the table, near the top when we weren't. Swansea we lost to, again, that's a disappointment. Beat Leeds, beat Cardiff, beat Blackburn again after the loss, so I'm happy with that. But then lost to Birmingham, who are also near the top. Sheffield Wednesday and Watford we won. And then we played that tactic where it was like 5 defenders, 5 attackers alongside the goalkeeper. And we lost 2-1 to Dorking. All because of an own goal for Scovia. Yeah, I admit we were playing a bit of a weakened side, but it still doesn't affect that we should have probably won 3-4-0 against Dorking, so that's just a disappointment. So maybe that tactic's a bust. Even though I do think we're unlucky because I probably hit like 5 woodworks and as well as the own goal, and we were playing a weakened side, so maybe with a stronger side, a bit more luck, we could have won that 5-2. Who knows? I haven't used that tactic since, but hey, we might use it. In fact, we've only been using one tactic since then, and as you can see, it has gone perfectly because we've won every single game since then, apart from a loss to West Brom, which was a kind of a shock result. It does actually say second. Like I said, Blackburn, who were in the position who've beaten us once, were there. Unfortunately, Birmingham, who had beaten us, have dropped down a bit. But it's us and Blackburn trying to get second. Well, Hull in the end are coming away with it. I'm hoping they pull a bit of a failure in a bit and end up us catching them to get that win of the championship again. Because I want to win as many trophies as I can. If we can win the championship and not get relegated again, that'll be good. Because at least we've left the championship with 2 victories there, with 2 league wins, when it's more better than looking at it. Well, it was a failure in the second season when we ended up getting knocked out in the playoff final, as well as the first season where we just missed out on the playoffs. So winning 2 trophies kind of makes the fact that, yeah, we can win the championship easily. If we go to season 3, we'll just quickly show you. We're actually 5th best team in the league. Earlier we were about 7th, and the board weren't even expecting promotion. They're only expecting top half. I said, okay, I can get playoffs for you. And I said that to the players, and they were like, yes, we can. And I don't think we're even getting that. I think we're getting promoted. But yeah, it's going well so far. It could go better if I go show you the tactic we are using, because it is a good tactic. Let's click the wrong one there. I don't know why it goes weird. We're using this one, the 4-3-3. I used it because we were playing a good side. I decided to keep playing it because we won so well. And then I ended up switching it off for that. When we played Dorking, it failed, and I'll revert back to this. I think I'll be using this tactic for the rest of the season. Because in all honesty, this one's a bit not been used as much. This has, and it's been perfect. This hasn't been used much, and the one time we have used it, we had a shock result loss against Dorking in non-league. So yeah, I think Dorking, even though they are trying to get promoted to the League 2, it's still a shock result. But yeah, that's a good tactic. So now hopefully in for promotion. And so you did use that tactic for the remainder of the season, and it was a win against Burnley, win against Southampton, win against Bristol City, win against Stoke, win against Oxford United, draw with Middlesbrough, lost to Hull, which is disappointment. But I did use a different tactic for that because it was a better side. I don't think I should have used it, but hey, I was using a more defensive tactic. I think I'm going to be switching out with tactics. I think this year's game, it's imploring you not to use the same tactic day in, day out, but have 3 on a go and switch depending on defensive, attacking and neutral, or home and away, and good result, easy results to play against, easy team to play against, that sort of thing, or hard team to play against. So yeah, we lost to Hull that way. We ended up then beating Reading, Sheffield United, beat Luton, beat Wrexham, beat Swansea, drew with Leeds, beat Millwall and drew with Cardiff. As you can see from that and the results, we were promoted, and it wasn't actually second place for us. Hull had a catastrophic end to the season, And on the final day, we won, and I think they drew. But yeah, they screwed up massively. They lost to Leeds, drew with Birmingham, lost to Wrexham, lost to Bristol City, and drew with Oxford United. Because of that draw with Oxford United, was meanwhile... Actually, no, it wasn't even that. We both drew. So yeah, because of the win against Millwall there the game previously, and then lost that other game, we actually overtook them and won the league, which is what we wanted to do this season. It took a bit of a time to get there because we flopped a bit at the start of the season, and we were always playing catch up to Hull, Blackburn, Leeds, and Birmingham at one time. We ended up taking over Leeds and Birmingham. Then it was us Blackburn fighting, and then Blackburn kept fighting with us, but we just overtook them and ended up overtaking Hull to win the league. What's disappointing in the end is that sure, Hull have been promoted, but Blackburn, they deserve promotion with the tough challenge they gave for us to get that second position. They so deserved it. 91 points, just one more win for them, and they could easily have got second, and if they'd won by more in that game, they could easily have beaten us for first. But they don't get promoted, and then Leeds do. If we go to the playoff semi-final, Blackburn beat Burnley in the semi-final, Southampton lost to Leeds, and then it was on penalties that Blackburn lost to Leeds. Disappointment there. And then Millwall, Watford and Sheffield Wednesday get relegated. Now, Sheffield Wednesday have actually turned it around, even though it doesn't say that they've lost past 3 games. Because at one point they had 9 points while everyone else had like 20. Or Watford had 20, Millwall had 20 or something like that, while they only had 9. So they got more points, but it was always a screwed up race for them. They were honestly ruined from the start with how they hard hit. So it's bad for Sheffield Wednesday, but hey. And this turned into a yo-yo club. They've been relegated, promoted, relegated, promoted, relegated, and all that. But for us, it is promotion as champions. We have been given 33.5 million, around about the same amount we were given when we were promoted originally in season 3 or season 4. And yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sell all the people that are no good, or that I think are no good for the league, or people who haven't done well this season, and maybe have done well previous seasons but not well this season, because it's better looking at this season than the season previously if they played better, because they might have lost it. So some of these players might well be leaving if we go to the players. But yeah, in the end, Yilmaz was our best goalkeeper. Now with Jack Thompson coming back in, I think I will be selling Muftic and Brad Collins. Well, Brad Collins will be leaving at the end of his contract anyway, but Muftic I will be trying to sell. Then Yilmaz will be back up, Thompson will be third choice, and we'll go for a goalkeeper who's first choice. I think that is the aim for the transfer window. Gabriel, who I don't think I even showed you joining him. Did I even show you joining him? This must have been before the start of the season where I didn't show it. Yeah, he'd come in from Lecce and did really well. So Fagovia was not that good. We tried to play him as many times as we could, but he wasn't that brilliantly on the other rating, so we never got a fixed position. He will be back up for next season though. Sandro Longas, who's our club captain. Yeah, keeping him as backup for next season. Then we also got Bamman Mate, who joined us this season on loan. I think this was from Nantes. He's joining us permanently. So he'll be back up as well. Max Johnston, who was unhappy the entire season until we just got promoted. I've been trying to give him a contract. When he got happy round about February time, yeah, he was asking for 80k as well as a 50% wage increase if we got promoted, as well as a small minimum fee if we didn't get promoted. And it didn't look like we were getting promoted, so I was unhappy to give him that contract. In the end, we've got to get him on contract for 80k a week, with no match high release clause like he was asking for earlier, and no promotion wage increase, but I have got a relegation decrease of about 40%, which is good if we do get relegated again. But yeah, he's signed permanently. He signed us on a new contract for us for a long time, I mean, so that's good. Nottingham Davis played really well, to be honest, but like I said, he will be leaving at the end of his contract. Facina played 39 times in the end. He's hardly grown, in all honesty. That's not good. Not as grown as much as I wanted him to. So I think I will be looking for a new left back for next season. Samiaka, who is one of our youth academy players, he's an 3.5-star player. He looks brilliant and could well replace Max Johnson as the right back if he does leave. So I wasn't all that fussed about losing him, in all honesty. Matthew Ticella, he did well. Maybe not as well as I was expecting for him. Benfica didn't play any games, he played one off the bench, in all honesty. I'm trying to sell him, no one wants him. So yeah, I'll be trying to sell him again next season. Roy Herbert, he's a youngster, he comes in from our academy. He looks decent. He played a few times, hasn't grown much this season. After 2-star to 2.5-star. Well, people like Samiaka gone from 2.5-star to 3.5-star. So maybe he hasn't got the potential. But it'll be good enough as backup for next season. Cobra and Amazing, who are 2 DMs who were on loan, were hard played them, in all honesty. We didn't want them in the end, it was just direct football. I thought, okay, I'll accept them for depth. But yeah, they're not really wanted and weren't wanted in the first place. Cruz Allen, brilliant player as always. I don't know how good he is in most saves, because I think he has that extended range of certain amount to a certain higher amount of potential, but for this save he's been brilliant. 16 goals, 8 assists, brilliant. Unai Gomez did well as well. 4-star current, he's one of our better players, if not the best player in the side. Paul Comer was no good, hard played, and yeah, not really talking about him as much. Jaron Mourinho, who's been in our academy for ages, he was signed as a ESC slot. I've been trying to loan him out for ages, no one wants him, but he's no one, and he's losing his potential because of that. So we need to be loaned out next season, otherwise he will be no good. So hopefully he can be loaned out. Chris Smith, another youngster from our academy, 20 years old, 3.5-star current thing. He was brilliant as a right winger, as well as striker when we needed him. Gino Infantino came back from a loan, which ended in January, and only played one time after that. We were trying to sell him. Baked him, did well. I'm not sure about selling him. I've given him a new contract because he asked for it. I think I will be trying to sell him, not next season, but the season after maybe. I'm not sure. Arsene Zakarian did brilliantly, and because of how good he did, he will be playing next season as a backup. Shaken, I mean, hard played, but he was decent when he did play. Dario Khan, he was youngster. I need to loan him out actually, so I will put him on the loan list for next season. Judge Jarvis, another player that can be put on the loan list for next season. He already played. Paul Cifuentes, he'll be leaving at the end of his contract, so there's no really thing about him. And Emmanuel Omega, I don't know if it showed him earlier. I think he was another one that was done before the transfer window, before the new season started, so I completely forgot about showing him. But yeah, he joined for 7.75 million from Chelsea, after being loaned at Bournemouth the season previously and Union Berlin the year before. So yeah, he scored 21 goals in 41 games, so it's not bad for him. So yeah, he's our main choice striker. I don't think we need a striker for next season. He can easily do it in the Premier League as well. If you look at it, we have Chris Smith as backup as a striker, and as well as he can't play right wing and left wing, so it's not needed for that. And if the worst comes to worst, David Khan, Judge Jarvis can do decent positions there, so it's not the end of the world for that. You can always get in Loney as backup striker, which I might be looking to do if we have enough room in the squad. But yeah, that is enough of this episode. We've won promotion for the second time from the Championship, and now with a bit more of a first attitude in terms of players that might not be good enough and not just being loyal to them. That's the problem with me in FM. I've been loyal to the players when I get promoted. I should try and get out of that habit, but I just can't help it. And yeah, I like keeping lonely. I like keeping players in who are youth academy players for as long as possible until they still have no potential, even if they have no potential to begin with. So if the 3-star potential limited, like 1-star current ability, I'll keep them until like 22. I need to stop out that habit. I need to get out of that habit if I want to do these rebuilds. So yeah, good season. Hopefully better next season in the Premier League. But I've been Matthew, us and some Hex. I'll see you all next time. Hex signing out. Bye everybody.